First of all, we'd like to say we have close to zero motivation to complete this task of updating everyone.
Nothing against you people. It's just that
Absolutely not.
we had a completely different view on how this was going to go down. I thought it was going to be something semi easy. Audrey, prior and about the middle of the month, she's like, I want to do a video blog. And I was like, oh, that sounds like fun. That'd be a lot of fun.
We can thank Rhett and Link YouTubers for that thought and seed in my mind of how awesome this video was really going to be.
She has no idea how hard.
Anyway, we're not here to talk about or complain about it. We're simply being real in the fact that the holidays are over and we have now gotten back to reality. We had an awesome trip though to Wisconsin, and yeah, I'm sorry. We had an awesome time. So if it sounds like we didn't, we really did. And obviously you'll see the photos to prove it. But yeah.
Yeah, so pretty much this month the video blog is going to be a little run through of all the pictures. I saved most of y'all. I kind of took out about
He took out all the fun ones.
I took out all the photos. I kind of condensed it. So I mean, what's the purpose of a video slideshow? I mean, like a blog, a video blog, is to talk about it.
On to the photos.
So anyway, on to the photos. I guess we could say just starting with what
our flight was really quick and easy.
Is this one? This one's like going that's flying into Milwaukee.
That's flying into Milwaukee. Yeah.
Okay. That's why.
I've never flown into an airport where there's snow, so it was a little. I don't remember any turbulence.
Nerve-wracking?
It was nerve-wracking. I don't remember any. There was no turbulence, but seeing snow on the tarmac's a little sketchy. So.
And the fun thing, I mean, I guess I got to give it to Pilot. I'm not sure. I don't know if it was this one or was it the one. I think it was on an actual return flight and just skipping all to the end of the trip.
There's lots
but
of
our first landing, because we had the first flight there was actually all the way through, which was great. No stops at all. On the way back though, we had the typical one stop, so we had to stop in Atlanta. But on the landing to Atlanta, I think it was that one, and it was the first time I was actually like kind of nervous and scared on the landing, because you normally come down and you hit one wheel at a time on the back and it gets a little shaken. I swear it was like boosh, you just like get thrown to one side, and that kind of freaked me out. But that was the first time. I fly a lot, so. But anyway, so back to our trip. So throughout our terminal time, she makes us take a lot of pictures. So.
Everyone who knew we were going, they're like, "Oh, take lots of photos," and it's kind of fun stuff. But no, it was a fast, quick flight. Ryan doesn't normally read, but he actually got to read his Sherlock Holmes and keep himself entertained, and I managed to break into the Wi-Fi. No, just kidding. They had Wi-Fi, but only for Facebook. So imagine trying to, fill your time with Facebook for a whole hour. I actually did do that. It worked.
I got to read mystery, so I was actually happy. This is the first. I'm 300 pages into this book. It's obnoxious. I've never done that before, so hooray me for that.
Mm-hmm. Says the non-reader.
Yeah. So, walking out of the Milwaukee terminal, let's see. So, on this trip, we don't have any pictures of this, but have you ever heard of those vacuum bags? Brilliant. Love the things. I've seen them on commercials when I was younger, back in Chalmette. I mean, they're nothing new at all. It's just we finally got some because we're in an apartment. And in the apartment, you have very limited space, especially this apartment. They sacrificed storage space for living space, which I'm a fan of. So we have a high-rise bed, not high-rise, just a off-the-ground bed. There you go, sure, why not? Raised bed, and so we need to put stuff underneath it. And also we have a lot of winter stuff. Winter stuff's big, thick jackets. So Audrey, was it your idea to buy them, or did somebody give them to us?
Either way, we have these bags.
And so we use those. They're amazing. Go get some. They're fantastic. We use those to travel with, and so I packed more clothes than her because I don't like to plan my clothes. I just kind of put everything in there.
I was so proud of myself.
She beat me. But anyway, so we have all these 3 of these vacuum bags, and we're talking probably around 60 pounds of clothes sucked down into 3 bags that are probably about this tall, and then your typical, whatever the size of the bag is. And so we shoved them in our bags and stuff. And my bag's heavy. I got 2 of these things in there, plus stuff and everything else in there. So I just kind of drug mine along like this, as you can see it here. And we had a we had a good time. She decided to video me in the back, and I guess it makes up for a funny little video right there. And are we going to show them the video of us updating? We're going to be talking about an update of an update.
No. Well, I think this was, I did take a video at the airport before we left for Milwaukee. And it was in hopes of maybe like splicing videos together. It doesn't need to be shown, but basically it's just, our little bit of people watching before we got on our flight. So. And
although we arrived at night, we're going to pretend it was day. We have arrived at the Dome. And so we got the Dome here, and it's a nice, beautiful, snowy winter wonderland. It's, and as Audrey says, it makes what, Bay?
It makes sense.
It makes sense. It does. Snowy Christmas, the last time I remember a snowy Christmas was when I was back in Chalmette, like 12 years old or something like that. So it's always good to be able to escape to someplace with a winter wonderland like such. And so we got some updates on the Nelson home, the Dome home.
Yes. I was walking into a completely new house, or what would seem like a new house, because as you can see, the outer part of the walls was previously, all those triangles that make up the house were previously like particle board, basically. And then they had to replace it with these pine boards that would take up a lot more, you would have to do a lot more to install them. And so I don't know how many triangles there were. I don't know how many boards there were. I just know it was like 3 months of blood, sweat, and tears for my parents to, go through the process, ask for people, ask for people's help, and then just amongst all the other updates, amongst the holidays, amongst getting ready, because the Christmas tree that you see in the picture, my mom didn't have it. It came from the backyard, so if it looks a little rustic, that's why.
Rustic,
but
old
that's not the first time we've cut a tree on our own land. But so lots of updates. The bathroom, my parents' bathroom, was completely redone. We don't have a picture, but
it's like a hotel, like literally, it's like a modern hotel bathroom.
Yeah,
so
it was awesome.
Enough on the Mr. and Mrs. bathroom. So of course, with the Dome home comes shoveling, and I can never escape it. Although I do enjoy it. It would be better if my back wouldn't kill me after. Thank you.
I didn't have to do any shoveling.
Yeah, so. But I don't mind. It's always fun. It's always something to get out the house and to do. But the main event at the Dome home is obviously the feast. We ate and ate and ate and ate. And just the fellowship with people, we get to play games and stuff with everybody. And
we just celebrate Christmas Eve. And the fun part was that Secret Santas, for the kids, it's just, there's 5 siblings, there's enough presents to go around, so we just pick names. This year, Ryan and I had Gabe and Cindy, and Gabe and Cindy had Derek and Hannah, and Derek and Hannah had Chris and Anna, and Chris and Anna had Jonah and Deb. I think that's right. So, but amongst all the gift giving, there was more presents and priceless presents because Chris and Anna, announced that they were having a baby and that they were due June 17th. And just so excited for them. Just having a baby a grandchild that's in the same state is huge because, Jonah and Deb, they are about to have their third a month earlier than that. Does
everybody who's watching these blogs know who all these individual people are?
Basically, no, it doesn't matter because the thing is, it's family. My siblings are having children. Our family's getting bigger.
Yes, it is.
And the people who know me know who my family is.
Okay. So I didn't know. You got people down here who don't know who your family are.
Well. Okay.
All right, well, we're going to move it along a little quicker here. We're going to look at the clock, and good night. So, let's see.
That's his fault, by the way. Talking about vacuum sealing bags and such.
Hey, those things are amazing.
You're wasting time right now.
Talking about vacuum seal bags again. Exactly. Those are the good things. Where do we want to go from here?
I mean, you'll see pictures like the pictures of us just around. Like Ryan, he pretty much took a nap the first day we were there, while my mom and I are like, cooking in the kitchen. Then we put him to work, made him make a fire.
There's always a nap to be taken. And this one chair, I wish I could take this chair home with me because it's.
No one wants to hear about the chair.
It's the chair. It's in the pictures. Gotta talk about the chair.
Yeah, I talked about you.
All right, so the chair, and anyway, so.
Lord help us! I have a horrible headache right now, and we could probably both use a nap. So.
I suggested doing this tomorrow, but she said no. So presents we got. Let's see. We actually don't have a picture of the one you gave your mom, but anyway, it's one of those little. I don't know what it is. What is it called? So what is it?
It's an embroidery hoop.
An embroidery hoop. And so she got her that, made that one for her mother, and then I made this for Mr. Bill, the dad. And he has this huge thing with
Wall Street.
Well, it's the trading. There you go. And so he just has this statement, winning the war on Wall Street. And so we got this. I made this for him right there. And we're going to be doing something like this in our home. So maybe next month on whatever blog she decides to do.
Highly doubtful this project will be done, but we have a project similar.
Challenge accepted.
And Ryan had the pleasure of making a snow angel. And rather than just taking a photo, we took a video of it. So that was fun.
It was... It was fun until I ruined it with my feet. I didn't notice I was caving everything in. I was just worried about the arms. So I got my wings, but my feet are gone. But we got to visit a bunch of people.
Yeah, we got to visit Kessler's Diamonds. That was fun. I was anticipating that very much. And I wasn't sure if I would see Richard in there, but sure enough.
Closer to this thing.
Sure enough, Richard was there. So was everyone else in the office, in the store, in the goldsmith shop, and it was just fun. It was fun, talking with them, seeing who is now the receptionist at Kessler's. Just very sweet. Obviously got to visit with...
They poked fun at her. I felt bad for the girl because Audrey walks in and they're pretty much giving these hints. No one can ever replace you. You are cute, you're pretty, you're beautiful, and you see this new receptionist walk by like...
But you know what? That's their
humor?
That's their humor. I mean, it's not serious, but anyway. But then, we saw my friends, Ingrid, Jenny. We went to Perk Place, and then we got to visit little Audge and Charlie, the kids who I used to nanny for, and just seeing them how big they got and their new home, and everything was really awesome just to see people that we wouldn't normally get the chance to see.
Yep.
You're trying to cut me off?
No, not at all. And one of my highlights, I just want to talk about one of my highlights was the sledding.
Big highlight.
It's so, if anybody knows my family and myself, they're going to be like, really, Ryan, sledding? Like, mostly just my mom, dad, and my brother.
Sledding is a kid thing.
Sledding? Because when I was a child, I was blessed enough to be able to go to Colorado numerous times. So you on the slopes of the Smoky, the Rocky Mountains there. And but anyway,
Wisconsin.
Yeah, so you take what you can get, and this by far was the biggest hill that I've seen in Wisconsin. It's the one that I've seen, but sleddable hill. And so we went down this mug a few times, and the girls actually went down, and they're on this. When I went down first, I'm on this purple sled that the three girls just went down right after me, and I almost totally wiped out. So I'm thinking the three girls coming down this thing, I'm gonna see bodies rolling.
You won't hear. I don't think they'll hear the audio. But
no, I'm taking the audio.
But Ryan's like, "Oh, you ready to see failure?"
I'm like, "Here comes failure."
The video, I was like, "Ryan, why did you say that?" And we go straight down. Didn't twist or turn or whatever. We just went straight down. So.
And I was shocked. And in the video, I stood there like in silence. I'm like, wow. I was like, and my words were, I'm shocked. I wouldn't have thought that would happen.
Ryan's ride down was fun, though. I think we caught a couple different... I didn't get the chance to get the video of the actual, we're in the sled video. So
I probably hold the record of length. I mean, I was booking it. And people, you can't really tell how big this hill is from all the pictures until you see, one of us go down it. And all of a sudden, especially myself, you all the way in the middle of the, in the middle of things. So, but, and I'd say the last big thing of the trip was... Chicago.
Chicago.
Last time Audrey and I went to Chicago, we drove there. I drove there, and never again. I told her, I said, I will never return to Chicago if I am driving
And
ever
I literally
again.
thought, well, we're never going back.
And, well, I never thought that. I knew we'd go sometime. So, sure enough, we returned to Chicago. Why? Because I didn't drive. The nice train conductor decided to bring us there. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Nelson, for supplying a wonderful Christmas gift to all of the Nelson kids and their spouses.
Except for Joan and Deb.
Because they're in Arizona.
Understandable.
Yeah, understandable.
So. But the train ride was fun. I never been on a train. Cindy, my sister-in-law, never been on a train.
I haven't been on an Amtrak. I've actually went on the old school ones where you like swaying back and forth and stuff, and you can hear it. But
Chris had never. I don't think Chris had ever been on a train, and so there's a couple firsts, and then obviously, I mean, the majority of everyone agreed. Okay, we're gonna go down Michigan Avenue. We're gonna see the Bean and stuff like that. So
we're gonna go to Argo Tea.
Yeah, Ryan and I got to experience Argo Tea. It was an awesome place, just unique to Chicago. But so we, having all 8 of us, travel together was pretty awesome. And the Bean is like, it's fun. It's really cool. But it was very dirty. You'll see in one picture. Ryan's like really close up to it, and it's just like really dirty.
Well, I'll tell you this. I never knew, and I don't think anyone else knew about the inside of the Bean. That's really nifty.
Yeah.
Because you look on the outside and you could say, okay, it's one continuous. I think it's one continuous. I'm not sure how it.
It's trippy. Like when you look at it.
Well, no, I'm talking about like everybody would. It's obviously some kind of artistic ability to make this thing. I wouldn't be out there making one, that's for sure. Even a smaller version, because I do believe. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I have no idea. I never looked into the architecture or build of this thing, but I think it's one continual sheet of whatever it is, or just polish, whatever. But everybody sees the outside artistic, but if you go in the inside, it's trippy. I had no idea it did that. I think that's where the true artistic work is at. Anybody can make a big, dome-looking beam thing on the outside, but I think...
Anyone?
You hammer some steel out, and then you polish it with chrome and everything, and then you got yourself a big polished beam. You put it in the middle of Chicago, you got it. But if you can do the middle... You got some skills.
Yes, it's fun.
And at one angle, it looks like a toilet bowl. So
at one point, we're going down Michigan Avenue, and all of a sudden we see shops and stuff. So our group kind of split in 2, but then we kind of regrouped for lunch, and we went to. We're
talking about Varsitas. Or what is it?
Oh, yeah. You'll see a coat on Ryan, and he was just like, I gotta have this coat.
Oh, no. Come on. You can't ruin it.
What was the name? It's not. It's John Varvatos.
Varvatos.
Apparently, it's pretty...
Have any of y'all heard of Varvatos? I never have. And we're walking through, what's the name?
Nordstrom.
Nordstrom. So, Nordstrom. And we're walking through, and I mean, my eyes are set on everybody walking, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh my gosh. Like instantly, and I'm just stopped. And I literally in awe looking at this thing. And a worker comes by and starts laughing. And this other dude, another worker, comes right there and he's like, oh, what's funny? He's like, this dude just got stopped by, what's again? Varstratum. Like, guy just got stopped in tracks by Varvatos?
Yeah.
I cannot. See, this is how you know I'll never get one, because I can never remember the dude's name. But
you're going to know, at this rate, you're going to have the knockoff, because it's not going to be the actual name. You're
$600! But this thing was
I made a deal with Ryan. I said, if you want this coat, you have to trade in your Xbox One, and you can have this coat. And I was like, I would so go with that deal.
And so that's when I'm like, Scott, take my Xbox for a while, bro. Tell my wife I sold it.
Oh my gosh. We did a lot of other cool things because, there's so many different food places and iconic stores. You got the Lego store, American Girl Place, Nike, Tiffany and Company. Like, I mean, not that we went in every store, but we definitely saw the storefronts. And we got to go into Garrett's Popcorn and get that and
the Skyline's beautiful there.
The people there, like, there's so many, like, tourists at the time that we were there, but
of course,
I mean, it was still fun, like just seeing different groups of people. And I like the fact that, like, I mean, there's these guys on drums, and I remember seeing them last time, but apparently they're there all the time, and they're just doing drum lines on buckets, and it was awesome. you know, it stinks because I guess we'll show the video, but you won't hear the audio. But
I can put it in there for him.
Suffice to say, they were pretty awesome.
Let's give him a moment of silence for the audio. That's enough. That's enough time for you. I mean, you get the point. So they were very good. And,
want to tell them about the grand finale of our night?
Oh, okay.
Keep it short and concise, but good.
Short and concise. What other things we got to go through? Okay, so pretty much this is going to be an almost last story.
Yeah.
So, your cousin Katie.
I don't know why. We do. There is a picture. Yeah, you'll see her.
Okay, so
we met up with her at lunch,
Katie.
So she kind of tagged
3,
along.
2, 1. There it is. There she is, right there. All right. So, but anyway, so Katie was like, "Hey, I want to go to the Sears Tower and go look at the what was it called, the sky deck? Yeah, the sky deck and stuff." And she says we could go see it during the sunset. It would be so pretty. And so I'm like, dude, that would be amazing. Like, I would love to do that. Like, because I've been on a mountaintop watching the sunset before, and it's beautiful. So I'm like, we got to do that. So I'm like, all right, let's go. So we start heading relatively in that direction. We're thinking about taking a cab. But I don't know why we thought this, but we saw the tip of the building behind another building, and we saw, like, the tip of it, like a tiny little bit. And we're like, oh, we can see it. Let's walk. I'm a dummy because I love science. I should know that if you can see the tip of the building, and that's it, that puppy's far away. And it was. So we started walking towards it, and that sun's going down really quick. You really start to feel how fast that Earth is spinning. So we did not make it in time by no means. And I was upset. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was like...
So by the time we walk in the doors, the lobby area is, like, empty.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden we hear this guy say, 2.5 hour wait. And we're like, what?
And 2.5 hours when our train leaves. So we're like, well, wunderbar. We ain't gonna go see anything. So,
push comes to shove, we're just, like, devastated. We're like, man, we walked all this way for nothing. We're kind of in a circle trying to decide what we do. And the guy who had said that or whatever...
I offered him cash in the pocket, and he denied.
He said, yeah, well, he's like
$100 a person. I'm like, I ain't rich, bro. I ain't worth that much.
And we're about to, like, we kind of, like, we're talking a little bit more. And then all of a sudden, this guy kind of calls over to Hannah. And is like, hey, come here.
Same guy. 15 minutes later, after we were pouting in the lobby.
No, it was like 5 minutes. It really
was 10, whatever.
So he calls her over and it's like, look, he's like, I'll get you up there if you buy me lunch.
If you buy me lunch, which we found out was McDonald's. So
yeah. So basically, he's like, instead of $100, he's like, just like $5, you know.
Yeah.
We're like, $5. That's it.
So we got VIP access. I mean, we rolled up in a limo practically.
We passed the lines. I mean, yeah, we had to wait like maybe 30 minutes. I think collectively it was around 30
minutes for this video because the video was 15 minutes long and he already had some people in one line that you just couldn't cut in. But all the cuttable lines, which would have equal to about 2 hours of waiting. I'm telling you, you say no, but I say about 2 hours of waiting. We cut 2 hours of wait, so 30 minutes of a video. We got VIP all the way up to the top. We even got VIP pictures, which we forgot to take.
Yeah.
But we got to walk on the sky deck.
Yeah.
It is glass shooting out of the building, and you're standing there. Really
scary.
Cool. And
we should just pause so that they can hear our emotions in the video.
Pause to hear the emotions.
Because, like, it's just, you know.
The emotions, ladies and gentlemen.
My feet. I'm freaking out. There's the ground.
Okay, I'm actually going to take a photo.
I think that should be enough. I don't want to cut the time. That would be weird. So, anyway.
Needless to say, that was awesome because never in a million years do we think, like, you know, that stuff happens only in movies, you know, sort of thing. That, you know, we had more than enough time to get back to our train and everything. We were just, like, pooped by the time we got on the train. And it was a fun, long day. And yeah, it was cool.
Yep. Oh. Newsflash. I totally forgot about this. I'm inventing something new. It is called the nose bomb. Everybody can photobomb a picture. As a matter of fact, in one of my pictures, I'm photobombing one of them, and that's easy. Well, not necessarily. It can be difficult. But an even more difficult art. It is going to become a craze on all the interwebs, guaranteed, is nose bombing. And
tell your friends now.
Tell all your friends to try it out. It's hard. It is difficult. You need to get your nose fixated right at the camera, and you got to get up in somebody's business, and you might even get punched in the face if you do it to a stranger. But just think, you could say, I successfully nose bombed somebody. And if you can do it stealthily and somebody's like, oh, yeah, let's go. Oh, man, somebody nose bomb me. It's even more. It's great. So tell your friends, tell your grandma, let her get involved with it as well. It's fun for the whole family, nose bombing.
Yes.
Lastly, but not least, random things on December is, one, it is my baby Cole nephew's 1-year birthday.
Yes.
In December. So yay to Cole. His mama never even gave him real cake. What was that stuff? Apple cinnamon cider.
She gave him a nice large.
It was a giant muffin. It wasn't a cupcake.
Looking muffin.
It was a muffin. It was like healthy.
No, but you know what? He just kind of didn't know what to do with it. He kind of like took his finger a little bit on the frosting, and then they just ripped off a piece of it and just gave it to him. Once he had it in his hand, it was like.
Imagine taking a chunk of cake the size of your hand, shoving it in your face. That's what he was doing. Because, I mean, relative size, baby to adult, and so big old chunks. And I'm like, how do you do that? So
that was fun.
And last update, I have to give it up to my wife, Miss Audrey Kim Mercier. You won first place.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to talk about my haircut. I thought that's what you were going to talk about.
I'm not going to congratulate you on a haircut.
You're like, man, I have to congratulate you.
Let's just do that real quick. This is her new haircut. Well, actually, I'll just show you the picture.
You see the before and after. But
before and after here.
So there's that small thing. But yes, that was awesome.
So yeah, haircut. We're done with that? Good, sweet.
Yeah.
Bake Off at church. We had, for over 20 different desserts easily. I mean, it was a big spread. And third place announcement, second place announcement.
I tried the third and second, and I liked them both.
Oh yeah, they were good. But sure enough, she came out on top and won first place. And she got a nice little gift basket here. You made what, eggnog mousse pie?
I think it's not really mousse, so cream pie would be better.
Well, we gotta stick to the name.
I'm sorry I didn't take a picture of it, but if anyone's interested.
We'll show you.
For the recipe,
we'll link it.
I can get it to you.
We'll link it to you. So, anyway, that is our. Oh my gosh, that's our December in a nutshell. Hey, look, if you're complaining about the time and 27-minute, 30-minute long video,
everyone loves videos.
30 days of December. 30 days of December, 1 minute a day. It makes sense. It's pretty good.
He told me himself it wasn't going to be 30 minutes. Though.
No, I said.
You know it's going to be a 30-minute video. Is that what you said?
I said it's going to be a long video. She's like, we're not going to have enough. The pictures aren't going to be enough.
I'm just going to say all the unnecessary time we could have spent keep talking. This is our first vlog, so probably our last vlog for all we know.
Oh, yeah, it is a vlog, not a blog.
But you got to give us credit for trying. So hopefully everyone likes videos. Wouldn't you rather see a video than read a little? And you want to know
what everyone else loves? Vacuum sealed Ziploc bags. You gotta get some. It's amazing. A big, huge thing goes.